তার মানে কোনো মিউট হয়ে গেছিল। ঠিক আছে, তো so we are using filter for to cancel out the harmonics in the system. So here we can see the those in AC side the harmonics are of NP plus minus 1 for AC side, and the harmonics the order are for DC side is NP, where N is the pulse, P is the number of pulses, and N is the integer. Okay. Next is the filter are used to provide low impedance path to the ground for harmonic current. If there is harmonic current are there, so this filter are used to provide low impedance path to the ground. Okay. Next is these they are connected to the converter. They are connected to the converter terminal so that the harmonic should not enter to AC system. If you look in the picture, let me just show you. These are the connected at the harmonic in the terminal side, so that the connected converter terminal side, so the harmonic should not enter the AC system. It is connected in the terminal side. Okay. Next is it is not possible to protect all the harmonics from entering into AC system. Some harmonics will enter in the system. It is not possible for us to protect all the system. Next is magnitude of all some harmonics are high and filter are used for them only. So we can cancel out some those harmonics which are very high in magnitude. Okay. অমিতাভ আইডি তো পাসনি, তোর কাছে নেই? অমিতাভ আইডি নেই?
না স্যার, পেয়ে গেছি, পরে মনে পড়লো আগের ক্লাস করেছি।
হ্যাঁ
পেয়ে গেছি। হ্যালো স্যার, পেয়ে গেছি।
আচ্ছা, না হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ দেখলাম তাই জিজ্ঞেস করছি। ঠিক আছে। Next is magnitude of some harmonics are very high and filters are used only for them only. Okay. This filter also provides some reactive power compensation at the terminal, so it can also provide reactive power compensation. That means it can also control the reactive power. Okay. So these are the benefits of using a the filter in the HVDC transfer line system. Okay. Next is our overhead lines. Overhead line means the conductor are the overhead line. Conductor are overhead line. So in case of monopolar, only one single conductor has been used, and the ground you can see the picture here. You can see in the picture these are called the conductor or overhead lines. Okay. In case of monopolar transmission, the most this is the monopolar transmission most economical and fast consideration to use ground as a return path for DC current. So what monopolar do in case of monopolar system? You can, let me show you the picture. Here you can see these are there is only one conductor. In case of monopolar, you can see there is only one conductor is performing all the job, and the ground is we are using ground as a return path. Okay, and so this is very economical for our system. Okay. Next is but we cannot use ground as conductor for a long time because some radio interference and corrosion loss are there. So we cannot use the ground. In case of monopolar, we are using ground as a return path. But if we use ground for a long time, it will there will be a main problem of radio interference and corrosion loss. Okay. So we go for bipolar arrangement. Okay. So use of bipolar as a conductor is not permitted for long use, and bipolar arrangement is the used with equal and opposite current in both poles. So let me show you the picture of bipolar. So here you can see that in bipolar there are two conductors has been used, one from positive to negative side and one other is negative to positive. So the difference between these are the suppose this is this voltage from this is ground and this is the conductor. This is plus VDC and this will be minus VDC. So the total difference is plus 2 VDC. এখানে কি হচ্ছে এটা প্লাস ভিডিসি হচ্ছে এটা মাইনাস ভিডিসি হচ্ছে এই পার্টটা এটা নেগেটিভ পার্ট যেহেতু তো তো টোটাল এই কন্ডাক্টরের মধ্যে টোটাল ডিফারেন্স পাচ্ছি আমি এখানে 2 ভিডিসি প্লাস মাইনাস দুটো ভিডিসি একসঙ্গে কানেক্ট করে টোটালটা পাচ্ছি ওকে so so bipolar arrangement is used maximum time. It is very feasible because in case of there is any failure suppose there are some failure of in conductor, so we can use if some conductor has been failure, so we can use ground as a return path. Okay, so we can use the ground as a return path. So this is very feasible for us to use. So the basic principle of design of DC overhead line is almost same as the AC line, such as the main configuration are same, tower, insulator, all property are there, all same, both are very same. Okay. So the number
জল খাবো
হ্যাঁ খাও
আচ্ছা স্যার
The number of insulator and the clearance are determined based on the DC voltage. The choice of conductor depends mainly on the corona and field effect consideration. Here you can note one thing. For monopolar transmission, we can use only single conductor or we can use single conductor. And for bipolar and homopolar, we can use double conductor. Okay, so up to 100 kV, we can use a single conductor. Above 100 kV line, we can use bundle conductor. Okay, and another thing is that for it may be bipolar or it may be homopolar. For up to 400 kV, we can use double conductor. Up to 400 kV, we can use double conductor, and before above that, we can use 4 conductor or bundle conductor for that. Okay. Next is our reactive power source. Next part of the system, of the HVDC system is reactive power source. As such, converter does not consume reactive power, but due to phase displacement of the current drawn by the converter and the voltage in AC system, reactive power requirement at the converter station is about 50 to 60% of real power transformer. So here you can see that the converter cannot consume the reactive power, but to minimize the loss, we need to for minimize the loss, we need to minimize the compensate the reactive power. Okay. So here you can see due to phase. Here we can see due to phase displacement of current drawn by the converter and the voltage in AC system, reactive power requirement at the converter station is about 50 to 60% of real power transfer. That means if there is any real power, how much is the real power? The real power, the amount of the reactive power. We know there are two power, real power and reactive power. So if 100% is the real power, and then in that case we need AC system the requirement of reactive power is 50 to 60%, which is supplied by filter. Earlier we have studied that the filter also supplied. So reactive power, the filter has reactive power. So filter and capacitor and synchronous condenser also supplies reactive power. Okay. Next is the synchronous condenser are not only supplying the reactive power but also provide AC voltages for natural commutation of the inverter. Synchronous condenser are they are not only supplying the reactive power but they also provide AC voltage for natural commutation of the inverter. Okay. Due to there are some harmonics in the system, so due to the harmonic and the transient, a special design material is used. Okay. These are the reactive power source topic. Next is arc electrode. So the use of arc electrode is the arc resistivity at upper layer is very higher from 4000 ohm meter, about 4000 ohm meter, and the electrode cannot be kept directly on the arc surface. Okay, you can, what is he saying? The resistivity of earth at upper level is very higher, and the electrode cannot be kept directly on the earth surface. So we need to do what we need to do. The electrode are buried into the earth, where resistivity is around 3 to 10 ohm meter to reduce transient over voltage during line fault. So in the upper layer of earth, the resistivity is very high, around 4000. So we have to bury the electrode into the earth where resistivity is very low, from 3 to 10 ohm, to reduce transient over voltage during line fault, and also give low DC electric potential and potential gradient at the earth surface. Okay. Next is the location of the earth. The location of the earth is also important due to what is the necessity of location of the earth. That is possible interference of DC current ripple to power lines, and the possible interference communication system of the telephone and railway signal. So we need to bury it, and location will be such that it not hamper the common system of telephone and the railway signal, and the interference of DC current ripple to power lines. So we have to bury it very long distance. Okay, in the earth surface. And then another one is metallic corrosion of pipes, cable sheet, etc., and public safety. For those reasons, we have to bury the earth. We have to bury in the electrode are buried in the earth very deeply, where the the resistivity is very low. Okay.
अच्छा sir.
The electrode must have low resistance. The electrode must have low resistance less than 0.1 ohm and buried up to 500 meter into earth. So the location will be into the earth 500 meter, where we can bury the electrodes. Okay, this is our main thing. Next is our choice of voltage level. This is very important thing. Choice of voltage level is how much voltage we need to how much voltage we can measure. Suppose for a bipolar system we have to transmit 1000 megawatt power. 1000 megawatt power. Listen very carefully. So we have to transmit 1000 megawatt power for a bipolar system. Okay. Here you can understand that in case of bipolar there are plus minus are there. Let me show you on bipolar. There are one positive side and one negative side. I told you earlier that the difference between is this is the plus VDC and this is negative VDC. So the total difference is 2 VDC from here to here. So PDC, the power in DC power will be 2 VDC into IDC. The power is equal to we know power is equal to voltage and current is equal to power. So in case of bipolar it will be from 2 VDC into IDC. Generally VDC or IDC are there, but in case of bipolar the difference between this conductor and this conductor, positive conductor and the negative conductor, is 2 VDC. So this will be 2 VDC into IDC. So in case of bipolar the equation is 2 VDC plus IDC. So if we have 1 kilo ampere current are there, so we need what we need? So 1000 divided by 1000 divided by we need to find out the VDC. So 1000 kilowatt is our current, and 1000 kilowatt is our 1000 megawatt is our power, and we have 1 kiloampere current, and the VDC will be divided by 1000, so that will be 500 kV. Okay, so this way we will find out the how much voltage level we require for DC transmission. Okay. Next is some analysis of a simple rectifier circuit. Analysis of some rectifier circuit. Next topic. So there are some assumption and justification are there. Those are we have made some assumption and justification for this simplification of rectifier circuit. Those are AC source has no impedance. What we assumption is that AC source has no impedance and it delivers constant voltage of sinusoidal waveform and constant frequency. If polyphase source are there, it deliver a balanced voltage. Okay, if there is any polyphase source, it will deliver some balanced voltage. Transformer have no leakage impedance or existing admittance. The DC load the transformer has no leakage impedance and or existing impedance. And next assumption is the fourth assumption is the DC load has a infinite inductance, that is DC current is constant and ripple free. So these are the four assumptions what we have made. And fifth one is the valve is ideal, that is offer zero resistance. The valve is ideal. আসলে কথা না বললে না মিউট হয়ে যাচ্ছে অটোমেটিক, যদি না কিছু বলিস তাহলে কন্টেন্ট মিউট হয়ে যায়।
স্যার ওটাই হচ্ছে মনে হচ্ছে।
তো
ওকে স্যার,
এবার the valve is ideal, the other is that the valve is ideal, that is it offers zero resistance during conduction and infinite resistance during হ্যাঁ বুঝতে পারছি না কি বলছিস।
আরে কিছু না স্যার।
And the infinite resistance during on non-conducting state. So valve are kept ideal in case of it offers zero resistance during conduction period, and it offers infinite resistance.
একটা কথা ছিল স্যার, একটা কথা ছিল।
হ্যাঁ কি বলছিস?
কথা ছিল স্যার,
একটু পরে আমি শেষ করে দিই।
আমাদের স্যার গ্রুপে
শেষ করে দিই।
বিশাল কি করছে?
কে বিশাল?
আরে শোন না স্যার পড়াতে দিই।
আমি এটা শেষ করে নিই বলছি, শুনছি তারপরে, ঠিক আছে? Non-conductor state. There are also some definition. What you have to remember for analysis of some rectifier circuit, those are the volt ampere rating is of valve is taken as a product of the volt ampere rating. Listen carefully. The volt ampere rating of the valve is taken as the product of its average current and the peak inverse voltage. The volt ampere rating of valve is taken as the product of its average current and peak inverse voltage. And peak inverse voltage, as we called it PIV, is the peak voltage occurs across the valve during non-conduction stage. Okay. Rating of transformer, that is the VI rating of transformer, volt ampere rating of transformer, is the product of RMS voltage and RMS current. Listen carefully, the normal voltage, we will take only the RMS voltage and RMS current. And the pulse number of a converter, pulse number of a conductor is the number of pulsation cycle cycle of ripples of the DC voltage per cycle of AC voltage. The pulse number of a converter is the number of pulsation, that is the cycle of ripples of DC voltage per cycle of AC voltage. These are the some definition what we need for analysis of simple rectifier circuit. Okay. So we are moving on to the next slide. A group of valves in which only one valve conducts at a time, that is when we neglecting the overlap, is known as commutation. A group of valve in which not only valves are conduct at a time is known as the commutation group, that is denoted as small q. It is very important. The commutation group, that is small q, and the VDO is the average DC voltage of the VDO is the average DC voltage of the terminal of converter when the delay angle is 0. Okay. Number of series valves is represented as small s. Number of parallel valves is represented as R. So E is equal to Q. Q is commutation group. S is the series valve, and R is the parallel valve. Okay. So these are the some definition which we need to next to carry on our analysis of our simple rectifier circuit. So we are moving on to the next slide. Okay. This is a half wave rectifier. Power electronics. So we have studied all power electronics. That is a half wave rectifier. Why it is half? For total conduction period, only it will generate signal in case of only positive side, and the negative side will be the 0. Here we can see this is the total wavelength, but only the positive part there will be it will generate the voltage, and in the negative part it will there will be 0. Okay. It is very simple rectifier. The current is inherently intermediate, and thus DC current cannot be constant. DC current and voltage pulses at the same frequency as the AC voltage and current. It is useful for small power applications. So in case of small power, we use the half wave rectifier, and this is the phase angles are there. As you can see, this is the total conduction period, but only for the positive half it is showing the voltage. Okay, and this is the formula, that is VDO is 1 by 2 pi integration 0 to pi Vm sin omega t and d omega. That is in case of this part we will not take dt, we will take omega t as the reference. This is 1 by pi. After integrating is coming at minus cos omega t 0 to pi, that is Vm by pi, where PIV is Vm, peak inverse voltage is Vm, and the pulse number small p is 1. Okay, this is the main half wave rectifier circuit, whatever I am getting from here. Okay. Up to this clear to everyone?
আমরা কতগুলো কেটে আসছে
কেটে আসছে, ওটা আসলে নেটওয়ার্কের ডিলের জন্য হতে পারে, ঠিক আছে। তো আমি রেকর্ডিংটা করছি, করে আমি এটা গ্রুপে দিয়ে দেবো, তো সেক্ষেত্রে তাহলে তোরা ওখান থেকে এটা পেয়ে যাবি।